EOM Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
Hello everyone, it's another very beautiful day and thank you very much for joining us. You're watching the EOM Business Network, indeed the voice of corporate Nigeria. I am Olorogo Elkanah Mawari. Today on the program, we shall be taking a look at the Nigerian economy from the viewpoint of industry operators. Also the lineup is Let's Talk, and we shall continue our focus on Cardinal Security Services Limited, a frontline security and risk management firm in Africa, as we engage the delectable and resourceful Hannah Chineye Unduka, who is the corporate affairs specialist, legal advisor, and company secretary. On Spot On is a similarly young but insightful and goal-getting industry captain, Tunji Alabi, who is the managing director of Infratel Africa, one of the fastest growing information technology solutions providers in Africa. And on the face-to-face, we shall continue our conversation with the adorable, stylish, visionary, and result-oriented Mrs. Naomi Grace Smith, who is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of Jamuna West Lifestyle, a frontline interior design solutions provider in Nigeria. It's a package you must see. Sit back as we bring you the details. Research reports have shown that any country that desires capacity and quality to enhance productivity for economic growth and development must give adequate attention to human capital. Patrick Aja is the insightful, goal-getting, and resourceful managing director and chief executive officer of May & Baker Nigeria PLC.
Most African countries, a greater proportion of our population are young people. In fact, youths between the ages of 18 and 35 are 35%, and sometimes more than that in most countries. If you talk of children and up to the age of, say, 45, we're going to almost like 80%, which is different from Europe and the rest of them. So you find out that young people really stand a very good chance to define where Africa is going. But to be able to do that, I think our young people need to be focused. Our young people need to be very, very focused. I know that we're in the age of social media where young people are spending a lot of time on phone and all of that. Unfortunately, their time is a bit different from maybe the time of our predecessors and our time. So nothing is given to you free now. You have to fight for it. Young people need to work hard, broaden their scope. The competition is more now than in our time. In our time, if you read pharmacy, job was waiting for you. But each time I have an interview for pharmacists, you see the crowd that will show up. Not to talk of other professions. Some other professions, we don't even interview directly now, because if you have 10 positions, over 1,000 shows up, and you wake up, you can't even handle it. So it requires that young people must distinguish themselves. They must be focused. They must know which direction they want to go and pursue it. And they need to broaden their scope. They need to be competitive. Nigerians have great potential. I think our challenges have made us better than, look, I just came from Abidjan. I visit other African countries. The challenges there are not as much as you have in Nigeria. But these challenges prepare us. So if we have young people who are going to forget about all these things that we are saying, Yahoo, Yahoo, and the rest of them, it's not going to take them anywhere.
This is Transpedia Logistics. Transpedia Logistics Limited. Call us now. Benga Adegbite is the head of marketing, Transpedia Logistics Limited.
Very safe and very secure. We have insurance cover for our vehicles and for our passengers. Also, we are updating ourselves of the happenings around such that we are engaging experts to train our staff of what is happening around so that we can be able to be abreast with the happenings around. There are some that we do every 2 weeks, and there are some that we are engaged monthly. We just update them, tell them things, then we have platforms around that we make sure we try to give them some tips of what's going on. So everybody is in tune with what's happening. For instance, if there is anything happening around Oshodi, Mile 2, because we go almost everywhere. So it will be shared so that everyone coming behind or that in front, they will be able to know what's happening around.
Now you be this.
Yeah.
Every time before we dey see you dey waka like who know well. Now just you don't dey campaign.
Before, malaria dey knack me gbasgbos. And then one day, I go pharmacy. I don't try 3 different malaria medicine. None work for me.
Have you tried Malact? Malact is the effective malaria medicine from May and Baker, makers of quality medicines for over 75 years. Malact contains a combination active drug called dihydroartemisinin piperacin, which keeps working in your body for up to 6 weeks, stopping the malaria parasite from knocking you down. This is why Malact is your control button against malaria.
Now 3 tablets I take every day for 3 days.
Now so Malact give malaria boy one time. Now my head be malaria. I go punch my own back.
Malact, your control button against malaria. Available in pharmacies near you.
Benjamin Chibuzo Arize is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of JB Autos Limited.
I've tried to study the situation on ground, and I've done my research. And before we came here, we did proper research. If you don't do research and you just go to any country and set up a business, in few years, you're going to pack up and you go back. So you have to understand the challenges that you're going to face, the worst case. Then the major challenge that we have faced is inconsistent custom clearing fees. You do your analysis, you're going to import car A with 200 naira. Before the car A gets to Tinkan Port, custom has changed clearing fee. Your 200 naira will become 250 naira. So for a customer that you have collected 240 naira from, to make small 40 naira profit from this one importation, you will now go back to the customer and start telling stories.
Welcome to the world of CSSL, Cardinal Security Services Limited. Oh yes, we are a leading security solutions provider in Africa, an award-winning accredited indigenous provider of security and risk management solutions across the continent. CSSL. Call us now. Cardinal Security Services Limited, at your service always. Let's get ready for a world of creative skills and talent.
My name is Flameboy DNL. I'm doing this for Challenge to Win. Credit to the Mavis Record family for this awesome song titled Overdose. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, nah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Every good thing you they do to me, you they sweet to me for body. Share your love and feel for me. Wow, 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 wow. Girl, go let me can go crazy. I'm gonna say sure for me.
Challenge to Win, a world-class platform for the recognition, promotion, and reward of creative skills and talent. 2 million naira up for grabs. Visit www.challengetowin.com. Proudly supported by EOM Communications Limited and powered by Proudly Nigerian Campaign. Challenge to Win, creativity, reward, and empowerment. This is Jemona West Lifestyle. Welcome to a world-class interior design solutions provider. Jemona West Lifestyle is a leading luxury interior platform that changes the way people shop and design spaces. As a frontline industry player, we provide a warm, worry-free and comfortable experience that creates value for our esteemed clients. Jomuna West Lifestyle. Call us now on our premium numbers. Hannah Chineye Unduka is the Corporate Affairs Specialist and Legal Advisor as well as Company Secretary of Cardinal Security Services Limited.
If I'm to assess the level of security in Nigeria with the present situation, it is quite critical, it is quite appalling, it troubles everybody. Like in every zone in Nigeria, Nigerians are threatened, either their property, their lives, or even in their movements. You look at the insurgency in the northeast, you look at the bandits and terrorism in the northwest and the north central, you look at the abduction in the south-south, you look at the killing by the unknown gunmen in the southeast. You look at the coordinated attacks by the farmers' headers in the southwest. So also you can see our security agencies, they are being ambushed and routed in their different duty posts. Even Abuja at the moment is suffering the litany of all these attacks. So as it is, for lack of a better choice of word, Nigeria is going through its nightmare at the moment. If I'm to advise the government, I won't come from a particular point, but we need to first know the factors that have plugged us to this situation. But perhaps we should also look at the factors that are instigating the factors that have brought us to this enormous pain that we are passing through in the country. Then after having recognized these factors, which factors might be economical, might be political, might be religious, might be communal disturbance of grievances, might just be natural human cruelty, then the government needs to stand up on its constitutional rights and responsibilities and also provide genuine service to its citizens. Now, aside that, our security agency should be equipped with the most recent surveillance infrastructure. That way they can be able to track all these crimes in real time, also to track the activities of these persons committing these heinous crimes. In that way, they can be able to deter them from even committing the crime before it happens.
Infratel, welcome to our world. Infratel Africa, call us now. Infratel Africa, technology you can trust. Tunji Alabi is the Managing Director of Infratel Africa.
It's going to be very difficult to talk about how we started without talking about where we're coming from. My co-founder, who is Dr. Tola Yusuf, we all come from rural areas. He comes from Isolu in Kogi State. I come from Ado-Ekiti in Ekiti State. So we are villagers. We are comfortable in the village setting. We have come to urban Lagos to try and make two ends meet. But if you look at Lagos, it's so congested. The air smells compared to the village. The security and the crime in Lagos and in urban, Lagos depicts urban Nigeria. It's very high. Unfortunately, we cannot stay in the rural area because there's no infrastructure in the rural area. Chances are that there's no electricity, there's no telecommunications, and the basic infrastructure is not in place. So we said to ourselves that we needed to do something about it. And there's an opportunity, there's a commercial opportunity in doing it. It's not all social services. There's a commercial opportunity in transforming rural using technology. Connecting Africa, transforming lives. That's our slogan. Connecting Africa, transforming lives. And what we do is we do rural transformation using technology. So we started by saying we want to go back to the village. We want to reside in the village. How do we make our lives easier? And the best solution we came is to go and put the infrastructure in the village to make our life a lot easier. You know, when you have that bright moment in the middle of the night, you know what you want to do. Now you're looking for a name that is easily recognizable. And I don't know which one of us, the two of us, we just came out of the blues. Infratel. We searched, there was nobody with Infratel. And we said, that's surprising. Infrastructure, telecommunications, and there was nobody. So we grabbed it. And it's been a few years now. Really well. The vision for Infratel Africa is to partake in the digital connectivity of Africa. Because Africa is not digitally connected. We want to lead that initiative in driving digital connectivity of Africa. And our mission is to connect Africa, transform lives. It's a step in the right direction. We have started the journey. It's a journey of 1,000 miles. We've taken a few steps. We are getting there. We are currently in Nigeria and 7 other African countries. So we have about 44 African countries. So there's quite a bit to do. 49% of Africa still lives in rural. There's a lot of people to bring into the formal sector. There's a lot of work. So we look at rural communities that are unserved or underserved. The first thing we do is to connect them to the outside world by providing telephony. So we provide 2G, 3G, 4G services. Everybody can be connected. Then in the community, we build what we call a digital village hub. And that is where all these services that I will explain to you are housed. The number one service there is agency banking, where you can actually go and withdraw, first of all, register. All those people that have not got account numbers, BVN, NIN, you can do it. First thing we do there. Secondly, we give you cards to withdraw money or pay money or an identity to say, this is my ATM card. So ATM cards are not just for urban people. It's also for rural people. The third thing we do is we provide healthcare facilities. And this is what we call telemedicine, where we sit you in front of a computer and you do a video conferencing session, a call center of doctors. We have help to provide the vital statistics, blood pressure, heart rates, and that is loaded into the cloud so that the doctor can actually view it there and use it as part of his triage to be able to diagnose what might be wrong. That's in what we've done so far. 70% of our city dwellers get treated first time without having to refer them to any further hospital or teaching hospital. We provide community Wi-Fi that provides ability to use data at high rates. We provide power energy boxes where you can get one fan, one TV point, and a solar panel. And we do that and you subscribe by buying a coupon every month. You don't have to buy it outright. You just subscribe to it. We provide solar-based cold rooms for the farmers or the people that provide produce to store and preserve their goods so that they can prolong the shelf life of their goods. We provide about 9 services in the local community, including ability to do your NIN, BVN. We're trying to work with INEC to get your voters register card. All those e-government services you'll be able to do in our digital village hub. We do a viewing center so that we can actually view the premiership. We do e-learning, e-education, so that you can actually, our e-learning focuses on digital literacy. And our focus is women and youths. And this is to be able to drive them and enable them to come into the formal sector and get jobs, technology jobs. And we hope that they will get the technologies by staying and contributing to the rural community.
Welcome to JB Autos Limited, your home for durable luxury cars. If you're thinking car sales, upgrade, car wash and lounge, think JB Autos. If you're bothered about the ruggedity of the Nigerian terrain, then you need the Tacoma V6 or the Ford F-150. Talk about comfort and luxury, then what you need is the Range Rover Sport or the Range Rover Velar. Talk about smooth, silk and style, You think the Mercedes-Benz S550? In a safe and secure environment, JB Autos Limited, everything guaranteed about your security.
Say the time we equally range by equally for the everything. Now what the first equal security. Now maybe security.
JB Autos Limited. Call us now. Mrs. Naomi Grace Smith is the adorable, stylish, visionary, and resourceful founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of Gemona West Lifestyle.
The Interior Design Association have been doing tremendous work. They organize various exhibitions throughout the year. They organize various seminars to help build your knowledge, and there's a huge knowledge gap in this market, in this part of the world. So each year they offer something new, they offer something exciting, and we're always looking forward to it. They've created a wonderful database where interior designers and suppliers within the industry can reach out to each other, and that's been extremely useful, especially as a startup. So our industry has truly come a long way, and they're a huge part of that. I think there's a lot that has been part of this growth, but I think there's been a huge focus and discussions over the years, more so since COVID, on the effects of spaces and one's well-being. I think this has led to more of an appreciation on the value that interior architects and designers bring. There's been more of a focus over the years, more so since COVID, on the effects of spaces and one's well-being. And I think this has led to more appreciation of the value that interior architects and designers bring, and how what we do affects one's overall wellness and affects our community. We're seeing a lot of organizations now taking more care about their staff's well-being and creating more collaborative and creative spaces for their staff, and homeowners are paying more attention to how they feel in their space. You know, research now is showing that well-designed spaces can reduce stress and create positive moods and improve overall mental health and behavior. So we're predominantly an e-commerce business, and I would say the two main areas that affect the ease of doing business for us are internet infrastructure and banking and financial systems. So, you know, we're trying to compete with what the West are offering. And in doing that, we're focused on providing an experience. So our user interface scores very high, which means we have rich images to give you that luxury feel, that inviting look on our site. And internet infrastructure makes doing business not so great online. It takes quite a while for our site to load, which is a big problem. I know that there are plans to bring 5G into our space, and that definitely will improve our service delivery greatly. Our second is our banking and financial system, which is not as mature as the Western ones, who can provide us with more financial instruments for platforms like ours. As we all know, the future is going online, and we're trying to be forward-thinking in what we can provide, or in how we can provide a better service and bring value to our nation. We're trying to provide finance, and in trying to put this together, it's not been easy, but we're doing our best, and we're trying to find ways around it. So our long-term plan would be to compete globally in the West African market. We're still currently doing that research and seeing how the African continental free trade area will feed into this. But we do believe that there are great opportunities in the West African market. But I think right now we're focused on you know, getting our feet firmly on ground in our current market, and we'll continue building on our model over time. Thanks to walking inflation, prices of things we buy every day it's rising astronomically faster than wages. The cost of production is on the increase. It's making it practically impossible for manufacturers to keep their prices constant. and to maintain quality of their products. You know, it's really a shame because times like this, we're seeing great products falling off people's favorite list. And this is due to this plague called inflation. In the last 3 weeks, we have witnessed, in our business, we've witnessed a rise of about 30% on products due to inflation, due to exchange rates, rise in fuel. And in the meantime, customers are being advised to tighten their pockets. So the conditions are harsh, and we're having to look for ways to cut down on cost and work lean. But thankfully, we have consultants out there that are advising us on these issues. I would say our main challenge has really been with people, staffing. We are really short of professionals in our industry, and that's mainly because our education system doesn't really have a focus on the interior design sector. And unfortunately, the few talents that we do have are leaving to work abroad. So we're currently having to look at developing various strategies and in-house training programs and graduate scheme programs to sort of combat this problem. That's really been our biggest challenge to date. Well, thankfully, we've been quite blessed with the suppliers and vendors that we've been dealing with over the years. We make it important to develop relationships. It's part of our vision and mission for the studio, and that will also be transferred to lifestyle. Relationships are key, and I think through those relationships we're able to understand whether or not we have similar values, and through that we're able to establish if a working relationship can be created. So you know, so far we've not had any issues, and we pray that remains the same.
And this is where we bring down the curtains on today's package of the EOM Business Network. Thank you very much for spending your valued time with us. We hope it was worth your while. But just in case you missed out on any aspect of it, then you can come with us to any of our feedback portals, as you can see on the screen. Our deep gratitude to you, our sponsors, for your continued interest and support. Always remember, with you and us, we are champs. Oh yes, I remain Olorogo Elkanah Mowari. Please, let's do this again, same time, same channel next week. We'll see you then.